The base piece you would also cut out of a clear material. Here it is in black just so you can see the shape of it. There's a fold up the middle and then there's two folds on the side. And adhesive goes on the back of those two wings. And then make sure I put it in the back of my birdcage here. That will go on the back of the two trunks there. Centerfold goes in the card. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that here because you can always go refer to the other video on the Christmas tree to understand how the base works. But that's what attaches your birdcage right inside your card. Okay, I've die cut and assembled my little bird that I want inside the cage. And I just cut him out of blue and then again just a little scrap of brown over the stick part and glue that over the top. And then cut his wing, and then everything's kind of inked with a little black ink, a little black rhinestone as an eye. And I put a little small foam dot under his wing for some dimension. Now where the bird can go inside the cage, if you're looking at the front of the cage, up at the top you've got one side that has the little ornamental top and one side that doesn't. Well, the side that doesn't, you will be able to attach the bird to that cage by just sliding him into the cage, right through all three slots until you find a pleasing location and then just gluing him down. So I just carefully put the bird, wove it right into the bird cage until he's just flat against the large bird cage that does not have the little ornamental top at the top, and then you can just glue him down. Alright, let's talk about how you can make a little suspended chain topper for the top of the bird cage. You're going to need a few supplies. You're going to need a length of chain, and I actually think one of the best choices are these swivel clasps. This is also a Tim Holtz product from Advantis. Then you're going to need a pretty stiff wire. I wish I knew the gauge of this. I don't, but you know, something that's going to hold up. I'm sure this is artistic wire. And then some needle nose pliers. Okay, your first step is just to open up that jump ring on the end to remove the swivel clasp itself. We'll use that for something else. And then while that jump ring is open, I'll go ahead and add it to the top of my bird cage and then use my pliers to get that jump ring closed again. Okay, I have my chain attached now to the top of my bird cage, but if I don't stiffen it with that wire, then it's just going to fall somewhere into the bird cage when it pops up, and that's not really very interesting. So what we'll do is we'll just weave a piece of that wire right through that chain and then mold the wire into whatever shape we want, and that will cause it to be suspended up in the air when the card pops open. Now I've completed that little suspended chain up at the top of the bird cage. What I did, I started behind the bird cage that has that little top to it with the end of my wire, and I actually used some Ranger's Glossy Accents to hold that down. You're going to have to give that a little bit of dry time, but then once that's dry it's nice and solid. And then the wire came through the hole at the top of the bird cage. Then I twisted it a couple times around the first jump ring at the end of the chain. Then I just wove the wire right through all the links of the chain and out to the outer jump ring, where I also twisted it around a few times. And then now you can just kind of use the wire to create a pleasing arrangement to your chain. It does need to be within the same plane of one of your bird cages for it to fold flat. And I would suggest that you take that outer jump ring and twist it until it is also oriented in the same plane as your bird cage. What I like to do is I have the chain sticking out kind of this way since my bird is coming out this way. That's just a personal preference. It really wouldn't matter. You could put that chain on going in any of the four directions as long as it is in the same plane as one of your large bird cages. And now this finished bird cage is ready to go in my card.